I used to believe that my wedding day would be the happiest day of my life. The day I'd walk down the aisle in a white dress, the people I loved smiling around me, the man I loved waiting for me at the altar. I thought nothing could ruin it. The morning had been perfect. The sun shone just right, golden light streaming through the stained glass windows of the church. My dress fit like a dream. My mom cried when she saw me. My maid of honor, my best friend since high school, was fussing over my veil, making sure every hair was in place. And him, my fiancé, Mark. Tall, charming, the kind of man who could make an entire room laugh without even trying. I loved him so much it almost scared me. We'd been together 5 years, survived long distance, job changes, even the loss of his father. I thought I knew every part of him, the good, the bad, the silly little quirks. He was my safe place, my future. The ceremony went smoothly, vows exchanged, rings slipped on, a kiss that was met with applause. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much. When we arrived at the reception hall, I was floating. The place looked magical. Hundreds of flowers, candles flickering, soft music in the background, the scent of roses mixed with champagne and fresh bread. Guests laughed, glasses clinked, everything was warm and golden. That's when it happened. A waiter approached me as I was greeting a couple of friends. He was young, maybe mid-20s, with sharp eyes that darted around the room like he was nervous. He handed me a folded napkin and whispered, "For you." I smiled politely, thinking it was maybe a sweet note from one of the bridesmaids or some silly joke from my brother. But when I opened it, my stomach dropped. It said, "Don't marry him. Read the text I just sent you." For a split second, I thought it was a cruel prank, someone trying to mess with me on my wedding day. But then my phone buzzed in my pocket. Unknown number. I opened it, and my world split in two. There they were, screenshots, dozens of them, messages between Mark and another woman, explicit, filthy messages, plans for secret meetups, photos I can't unsee. And the worst part? The woman wasn't a stranger. It was my maid of honor. My best friend since high school, the one who had helped me pick this dress, the one who cried with me when I got engaged, the one standing beside me today with a bouquet in her hands and a smile on her face like she hadn't been betraying me for months. I felt the blood drain from my face. My hands shook so badly I could barely hold the phone. Around me, people were laughing, toasting, completely unaware that the bride's heart had just been split open. The waiter caught my eye from across the room. His expression was a mix of pity and quiet anger. He mouthed, "I'm sorry." I mumbled something about fixing my makeup and slipped out of the crowd. I locked myself in the bridal suite bathroom and read every single message. The dates went back months. They'd been seeing each other behind my back since before the engagement. And then I saw the final blow, a timestamp from last night, the night before our wedding. They'd met in his hotel room. Something inside me went quiet. Not rage, not tears, just an icy calm. I could have confronted them in private, cried, called the whole thing off quietly, but no. If they were going to humiliate me in secret, then I was going to destroy them in public. I walked back into the hall, holding my phone like it was a loaded weapon. I went straight to the DJ booth. Mark had insisted he had a special surprise for me, a slideshow of our journey together, cute pictures, sweet memories. He'd told the DJ to play it after dinner, but I had a new surprise. I handed the DJ a flash drive. "Change of plans," I said. Dinner ended, the lights dimmed. Guests turned toward the big screen expecting a romantic montage. Instead, the first image was a screenshot. Mark's name at the top of the chat, the first filthy message, then another, and then the photos. Gasps. Sharp, shocked gasps. A few people even shouted. My maid of honor's champagne flute slipped from her hand and shattered on the floor. Mark went pale, ghost pale. He leapt from his chair, shouting for the DJ to stop, but the DJ just shrugged and kept playing. Each slide was worse than the last. Every word, every plan, every photo, there for my entire family, his family, our friends, and coworkers to see. I didn't say a word. I just stood there, veil trailing behind me, watching the room descend into chaos. My mother's face was frozen in horror. My father's fists clenched at his sides. Mark's mother covered her mouth and turned away. When the last screenshot faded to black, I simply walked toward the exit. No crying, no screaming, just leaving, like a queen walking away from a battlefield she'd already won. People called my name, but I didn't look back. The best part? As I reached the door, the waiter slipped me a little nod, like we were co-conspirators in some silent war. It wasn't until later that I learned the truth. That waiter wasn't just some random employee. He was the brother of another woman Mark had been cheating with. She had found out about me, found my wedding date, and decided that instead of warning me early, she'd make sure the truth came out in the most devastating way possible. She sent her brother to work my wedding just so he could deliver the evidence at the perfect moment. And honestly, I respect the hell out of that. In the weeks after, everything unraveled for them. Mark became the laughingstock of our town. Every time he went out, someone would make a snide comment or ask about the slideshow. He lost several work opportunities because word spread fast in our professional circle. My maid of honor? Her fiancé dumped her the same week. She also lost her job when screenshots of her behavior ended up in their company group chat. Friends stopped inviting her to gatherings. As for me, I took a week to cry it all out. Then I booked a solo trip to Italy, came back with a tan, a new haircut, and a peace I hadn't felt in years. Before I left, I sent the catering staff the biggest tip of my life. Because sometimes the sweetest revenge really does come on a silver platter.